This is the Garmin Forerunner 70, Garmin's new entry-level sports watch and the successor to the Forerunner 55. But calling it entry-level almost feels misleading because Garmin has added a modern AMOLED display, more than 80 sport profiles, and several training functions that were previously associated with more expensive models. The watch costs €250, and in this video I will show you what it offers, how my first GPS and battery results look, and where Garmin has still made a few compromises. The Forerunner 70 is available in one size. It measures 42.6 by 42.6 millimeters, is 11.9 millimeters thick, and weighs only 40 grams. I choose the stone white version with the 20mm silicone band, which can be replaced through the quick release mechanism. On my 19cm wrist, the watch looks compact and feels extremely light. That is exactly what I want from a running watch because it does not move around much during workouts and remains comfortable overnight. The case is made from fiber reinforced polymer, so it's not especially premium, but the low weight is more useful during sports. Now the watch is also water resistant to 5 ATM and is suitable for pool swimming. The biggest upgrade is the 1.2-inch AMOLED touchscreen with a resolution of 390 by 390 pixels. Colors look strong, text is sharp, and the interface feels considerably more modern than on the older Forerunner 55. An always-on display is available, although it naturally reduces battery life. Garmin combines the touchscreen with 5 physical buttons. Touch is convenient in everyday use, but during a workout I prefer the buttons. They work reliably with sweaty hands, gloves, or rain, and the watch can be controlled almost completely without touching the display. The Forerunner 70 connects to Garmin Connect and works with Android phones and iPhones. It shows smartphone notifications, calendar information, and weather data, controls music play on your phone, and supports additional watch faces. The updated interface looks cleaner and is easier to navigate. You can adjust the text size, organize widgets, and customize the data pages used during activities. The morning report provides information such as sleep, recovery, and your planned workout, while the evening report gives you an overview of the day. The watch also includes useful everyday tools such as alarms, you got timers, a stopwatch, and a calculator. Phone-dependent safety functions such as live track, assistance, and incident detection are supported only for a few activities, although you need to carry your connected smartphone because the watch does not have its own cellular connection. The smartwatch functions are still limited compared with a full smartwatch. Now the Forerunner 70 does not have a speaker or a microphone, and it does not support Garmin Pay or offline music storage. You can control music playing on your smartphone, but you cannot download songs directly to the watch or connect headphones to it for phone-free listening. This is therefore primarily a sports watch with a selection of basic smart functions. Despite the Forerunner name, the Forerunner 70 can record far more than just running. Garmin includes more than 80 activities profiles covering road running, treadmill running, trail running, ultra running, cycling, strength training, cardio, pool swimming, team sports. You got racket sports and winter activities. This is a major improvement over the much more limited selection found on the older Forerunner 55. There are still a few important limitations. The watch does not contain a barometric altimeter, so it cannot track floors climbed or display barometric elevation changes directly on your wrist. Open water swimming is not supported, and the Forerunner 70 is not designed as a complete multisport or triathlon watch. Cycling power meters and smart trainers that transmit power data are also not supported. For outdoor tracking, the watch has built-in multi-GNSS positioning and does not need a phone to record your route. You can choose between GPS only mode and an all-system satellite mode. But the Forerunner 70 does not support dual frequency or multi-band positioning. I used it on a walking route through Karlsruhe to get a first impression of the GPS performance. Overall, the recorded route looked good. In open sections, particularly around the park and along the river, the lines stayed close to the actual path and most corners were reproduced cleanly. Between larger buildings, the route showed slightly more variation and was not always positioned perfectly on the road. Based on the first activity, GPS performance is therefore better in opening surroundings, while surrounding buildings have a more noticeable influence. For normal running and walking routes, the results still look completely usable. The watch also supports breadcrumb navigation. You can create or import a route in Garmin Connect, transfer it to the watch, and follow the displayed line during an activity. You do not get full offline maps, colored map details, or street names, but the watch can guide you along a planned course and notify you about upcoming turns. Pace Pro is also included and can help you create a pacing strategy based on a selected route or target time. The training features are one of the strongest parts of the Forerunner 70, In addition to normal values such as pace, distance, heart rate, and heart rate zones, it provides wrist-based running power and running dynamics. After enough activities, Garmin can estimate your VO2 max, recovery time, and predicted race times for 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, half marathon, and a full marathon. Training status evaluates how your recent training is affecting your fitness. Acute load shows how much training stress you have accumulated recently, while load focus separates your training into different intensity categories. Training readiness combines factors such as sleep, recovery time, HRV status, and recent training load to estimate how prepared you are for another demanding workout. These features can be especially helpful for beginners who do not yet know when they should train harder or take an additional recovery day. Garmin Coach provides adaptive training plans, while daily suggested workouts recommend sessions based on your recent performance and recovery data. Run walk workouts are also available for beginners who want to build up their running volume gradually. You can connect compatible external sensors such as a chest strap, running foot pod, cycling speed and cadence sensors, a temperature sensor, and compatible Garmin Varia lights or radar devices. The Forerunner 70 uses Garmin's 4th generation Elevate optical heart rate sensor. It records your heart rate throughout the day and during workouts, and also calculates your resting heart rate. It is not Garmin's newest sensors generation, so ECG and skin temperature measurements are not available. However, the watch still offers a wide range of general health and recovery features. These include continuous stress tracking, respiration rate, HRV status, and Garmin's body battery. Body battery combines data from activity, stress, rest, and sleep to estimate your available energy throughout the day. The watch also supports pulse ox measurements. You can take an individual reading, track blood oxygen saturation during sleep, or enable all-day SpO2 tracking, although continuous measurement will increase battery consumption. Sleep tracking records your total sleep duration, sleep stages, and awake periods. Garmin also calculates a sleep score, provides a short assessment of your sleep quality, and uses the sleep coach to estimate how much sleep you may need. Naps can also be detected and included in your recovery data. During my first night, the watch recorded 6 hours and 30 minutes of sleep and gave me a sleep score of 64 out of 100. Garmin described the night as sufficient, but shorter and less restorative than ideal. The app also displayed additional values such as overnight heart rate, HRV, respiration, SpO2, and a change in body battery. This gives you a detailed overview of your recovery, although I would not judge the accuracy of the individual sleep stages based on only one night. Garmin advertises up to 13 days of battery life in smartwatch mode and up to 5 days when the always on display is enabled. For outdoor tracking, the official figures are up to 23 hours in GPS-only mode and up to 16 hours when using all satellite systems. Now, the actual result will depend heavily on the display settings, all-day, post or aux tracking, notifications, and the number of GPS activities. Now, I have not yet completed my full standardized battery test, but I can provide a first mixed use result. I started the test at 3 p.m. with 100% battery, and after a 60-minute GPS activity, the watch was at 95%, meaning the workout consumed 5% points. At 11 p.m., the battery level was 87%, sleep mode was scheduled between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., and between 11 p.m. and 5:45 a.m., the battery dropped from 87 to 83%, meaning the overnight period used 4 percentage points. And after 24 hours, so one full day, the battery dropped from 100% down to 72%. Now, the Garmin Forerunner 70 offers much more than I would normally expect from an entry-level running watch. It is light, comfortable enough to wear overnight, and has a sharp AMOLED display. The combination of touchscreen controls and 5 physical buttons also works very well both in everyday use and during workouts. Its biggest strength is the training software. Training readiness, training status, acute load, wrist-based running power, Garmin Coach, and daily suggested workouts give beginners useful guidance while also making the watch interesting for more experienced runners who want to monitor their training more closely. The compromises mainly concern smartwatch and outdoor features. There's no offline music, Garmin Pay, barometric altimeter, multiband GPS, open water swimming, or full offline mapping. The heart rate sensor is also not Garmin's latest generation, but if those features are not essential to you, the Forerunner 70 delivers a very complete running and fitness package for €250.